are.
We're back.
The series that no one wanted
Yep.
is carrying on.
It's Christmas.
Who else could it be time for? It's Mummy for Christmas. Welcome back to our most controversial
Of course.
series.
Thatcher, the cum snatcher.
Post-war British Prime Ministers. And listen, this is the start of an epic six-parter on Thatcher and the Falklands. You can accuse us of many things.
Sure.
What you cannot accuse us of is of not providing any context for this.
Okay, yeah.
There's
been a long road to
There was
Thatcher.
a 10-part algorithm-destroying series in the summer that you can have before this to make sense of why on earth we elect a woman as Prime Minister.
You can see the YouTube views. It's sort of like the economy during COVID and Brexit.
Yes.
It just went like this.
And the economy during the 70s, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is why Thatcher comes into it.
I think Douglas Alec Hume, the Titanic figure.
Yes.
Very much Thatcher comes out of Hume's shadow.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone thought no one would be able to do it. And then out of nowhere, this woman comes.
It took Thatcher to displace Alec Douglas. Alec, what's his name again?
I don't know what
his
I always
name
said
is.
Hume Douglas Alec.
Douglas Hume. Today we are dealing with Mummy's early life.
Yes.
Look at her there, resplendent in her Sunday best.
I mean, my goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
She really, if we talk about aura of post-war British Prime Ministers, she must be up there.
She cleans up.
Yes.
She's the most...
Surely.
The longest serving Prime Minister this country's had since the war.
Yep.
The most controversial.
For sure.
The most
I'd say so.
divisive.
We're still living in Thatcher's Britain.
We are Thatcher's children.
Yeah.
Thatcher, this country is Attlee's child. Attlee is its dad. And then in 1979, Margaret Thatcher puts a strap on and fucks Attlee up the arse.
Yeah.
And that's who we are today.
Yes.
Is we are Attlee's Britain who's been pegged.
Yeah. Cuck dad, bitch mum.
The bitch is back and it's time for Mummy.
Yeah.
We are in 1979. As always, we need to find out what people were calling tits in the
So this is
in the
pretty
80s.
bleak. This is it's almost as bleak as it gets.
But the 80s is, Thatcher ushers in the dawn of new money.
Yeah.
She unleashes new money.
Yeah. She unleashes my dad.
Your dad is Thatcher's actual child. Yeah. And so we need, this is the start of new money tits.
Yes.
So fake tits start in the 80s, I'd say.
Any of that sort of wartime decorum is now being eroded.
You walk down the street in the 80s London, you don't know whose tits are fake and whose aren't because of Thatcher.
Big hair, fake teeth, big tits.
So if we could just, let's get ChatGPT up, Charlie, and if you could just tell us what slang for boobs in the 80s.
We've got jugs and knockers, which
I
I guess
feel like
are
they're-
like classic ones that
Yeah.
I guess we just thought were always around. But it's interesting to know. It's interesting to know a world before jugs or knockers.
Here we go. 80s is tits. We're in
I
the
guess,
tits
I guess
now.
were they not called tits before?
No.
That's interesting.
Fun bags starts. Bristols, Baps, Norks. I feel like
I think fun bags defines the age quite a bit.
chesticles, Hooters, melons, cans.
Because it was a lot of it. It was a concentrated area of London, the southeast, just honking on fun bags while the mines were closing.
Yes.
It's an era of contrasts.
And Charlie, just to give some contrast, has just Googled what Mongolian euphemisms for tits in the 80s were. Breast button. Push my breast buttons, please.
Is that's next to your trouser button? Your
Yes, that's
pedo button?
in the phrenology head.
Yeah.
So women are born with a breast button. And you push that and their breasts get bigger.
Yeah.
So Thatcher, Margaret Hilda Roberts, she's born.
Yep.
Hilda.
Yep.
Again.
Is she white? Yes, she's white, isn't she?
She's about as white as it gets.
It's probably
She's the original white woman.
Margaret Hilda Roberts.
Yeah.
That is.
It's a white name.
That's not been cut with anything.
Well, you say that. Hilda gives there's a bit of southern Hilda.
Hilda?
Hilda.
Shit, yeah.
Get in here, Hilda.
There's no way Hill doesn't have massive jugs. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Well, I don't know what Thatcher's fun bags are saying.
fucking Thatcher's got puppies. Listen, in the 1970s, Britain is the sick man of Europe.
Sure.
And what else does a sick man need but a fucking sexy nurse?
Yes.
Maggie gives the sick man
Yeah.
his medicine.
The milk that brings him back to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mummy gives medicine. Take your calpol, Britain. Now, Margaret Hilda Roberts is born on the 13th of October, 1925 in Grantham, which is a hole.
Have you been there?
I've been to Grantham.
What are you doing at Grantham?
I did a Spiky Mike gig in Grantham
right,
about 15
okay.
years ago. Absolute drivel.
Right.
There's a promoter
Middle
called
England.
Spiky Mike, whose full name is Spikle Michael.
Yeah.
He dresses...
Does he run a Spiky Mike run that gong show in Derby, right?
He's got the East Midlands sewn up. Spiky
yeah.
Mike. And
He's like a local baron, right?
He's like his fiefdom. He's an open mic baron who dresses like Guy Fieri. Who wears flame bandana and Hawaiian shirts and compares.
You can't really gig. He's like the mafia around there. You can't really gig without him at least know about it or giving it the okay.
The open mic stand-up circuit in this country has 5 families, right? Spikle Michael runs the East Midlands. Yeah. Then you've got Mirth Control Jeff Whiting and his wife Marnie. They got the southeast sewn up.
Sewn up, yeah.
Sewn up. The West Country, there was a woman called, what was she called? Joss Jones got the West Country sewn up.
Yeah, what's that one in the northeast that they do gigs in like Darlington?
Hilarity Bites.
Hilarity Bites.
Neil Jolly. Neil Jolly. So you've got to pay your respects to Neil Jolly. If you want to gig in a bowling alley in Northallerton, you've got to pay your dues to Neil Jolly.
I did, Hilarity Bites. I was Hilarity Bites New Comedian of the Year finalist.
I thought
20... I want to say 2017, 2018, and I had to, because I had to get my train back, I had to leave after my set, so I went on first, died on my fucking hole.
You imagine you in Darlington.
Horrendous, died, get on the train, I fucked it, I came second.
Wow.
So I was like, how badly was everyone else after me?
But you know why that was so hard for you?
Why?
Thatcher.
Right, okay.
The divide, the seeping wounds that Thatcher leaves means it's very hard for you to do well in Darlington.
Sure.
But not so badly that you can't come second because there's no fun up there at all. Even the best comedian from Darlington is finishing 4th in that because she took everything away from
Yes.
So Margaret Hilda Roberts, Grantham, what a hole. Now, she grew up above her parents' greengrocer's shop, and the Roberts family, are staunch Methodists,
and that's quite important.
This is crucial.
Yeah, because she's as Protestant as it gets, really.
Well, it's interesting, or it's not. But I was going into the different denominations of Protestantism this morning,
right?
And because I was sort of thinking, what is Methodism?
Yes, it gets thrown around a lot. But
yeah, and we're now getting into some pretty high, highly boring stuff on the different denominations
you can
of
be
Protestantism.
sort of the thing about Protestantism. Catholicism, there's a more collective tradition, right?
Yeah.
Protestantism is like you can be as fucking nuts as you like.
Yeah.
You can go as hard as you want because you just make a new denomination.
But that's what I mean. Is it seems like there's a tree.
You can
of
keep just
Protestantism.
going, well, you're not fucking hardcore enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to be even more boring.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get up an hour earlier than you, and I'm got a new denomination. It's like it's bro podcasts. Getting up an hour earlier every time.
Yeah.
Catholic is just like we're sloppy, we nap in the day, we suck each other off, and there's a paedophilia crisis. And Protestants like I'm getting up at 4 a.m. I'm getting up at 3 a.m.
Bed 3 p.m.
Bed at 3 p.m. Well, so
separate beds.
Separate beds. That's my new denomination. Separate bedism. So Methodism is essentially, from what I can understand, it's that everyone has a chance of grace, but it's up to them to do it. It's about free will. It stresses free will.
Pull yourself up by your robe straps.
Basically, it's like whereas Presbyterianism, which is Calvinist, would say that everything's fucked.
Well, is Presbyterian
is a
from
branch of Calvinism, but
Calvinism is fucking hardcore, isn't it?
Yes.
Calvin's like it's already everything's that's gonna happen. It's gonna always happen, right?
Everything's fucked. It's predestined.
It's predestined.
Yeah, everything's fucked. So there's no point in having fun because it's fucked.
Yeah, it's predestined. You're predestined to not have fun.
And Presbyterianism comes out of that.
But what's funny about Calvinism is that everything's predestined, but they don't use that opportunity to be like, YOLO, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all predestined, so we're going to be really conservative.
It's sad YOLO. Yeah. It's all predestined, so let's just keep money tight. Watch your spending.
But if you were loose with money, that was predestined as well.
No.
So it's kind of confused. I don't really understand.
But Methodism stresses that it's all about free will and that grace is there for anyone if they choose to enact it.
A lot of central beliefs in America are Methodists, right?
Yes.
And it makes sense. The American attitude, that sort of Protestant desire, American dream is quite...
So what this essentially means is
that
Thatcher grows up in an environment where her religious upbringing tells her that being poor is a moral failing.
Sure.
Because everyone has the ability to get out of poverty.
Yeah.
Which there may be some truth in that, but it completely...
Got quite emotional there.
Sorry. There's some truth. I believe that. I watch...
You got emotional talking about how it's poor people's is their fault.
Sorry.
Sorry,
she just articulates
it's
my
poor-
beliefs so
it's
clearly.
Poor people's fault that they're
It's their
poor.
fault. Sorry. I'm sorry.
If you just got up earlier, you'd
Some
be
people are
rich.
born so thick and stupid that they're smelly that it's their fault they're poor. She just articulates my beliefs so strongly. You know, she's not the hero we wanted, but she's the one that we need. Her point is that, you know, I agree that I think anyone can work so hard as to not be poor, but her belief system completely discounts anything like structural or like what we end up seeing is that her opinion of how what the state can offer is like, just get out of the way and it's up to you.
It's up to you.
You do it.
Yeah, libertarian.
I'm going to close that. You fucking get on with it. And if you don't get on with it, it's your fault.
Exactly.
And it means you were never going to get on with it because you're a bad, lazy thicko.
And that you're not ever at the whims of bigger forces than yourself.
No. Yeah.
You know.
She's big into that Ayn Rand book.
Yeah, of course.
Atlas Shrugged, I think.
She's written quite
That's
a few.
the libertarian, like the Bible.
That's like, ultra-libertarian, which is basically just no state whatsoever.
Nah, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, no traffic lights, you work it out.
Yeah.
Seatbelts, nah. Motorway. Do you know what? We're not even going to put an arrow saying you're driving this way.
Also,
you guys work it out between you.
Build your own roads.
Why not?
Yeah.
If you need them.
Why do you need the states?
I'm not.
If you need a road,
Why not?
where are you going? We'll build the road as you
Where are we
as you
putting
drive.
our bins? I don't know. Fuck it. Just throw rubbish in your neighbour's. Let him deal with it. It's his fault if he's got a garden full of rubbish. Yeah. It's his moral failing. So, for example, this is how religious her religion kind of falters in her youth. She calculates that for angels to be able to fly, they would need a 6-foot breastbone to support their wings. So she's a killjoy quite early on, I guess.
I know it all.
Yes, I think she does become head girl of her school at some point. In 1938, Thatcher's older sister Muriel...
I'm sure she's gorgeous. She sounds gorgeous.
Charlie, let the dog see the rabbit. Let's have a look at Muriel Thatcher.
Let the knob see the tits. Oh, sorry, that's not a good saying.
Let the lads see the tits. Muriel Thatcher.
Let me see tits. No, it doesn't really work.
Where is she? Is that her?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah. Go on, Muriel. She's an absolute... Back in the day, you know, she was an absolute salt.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not getting that.
No, yeah, she's into some absolute filth. You know she is. Look at it. Look at that fucking knowing smile. Absolute minx.
Really?
I'm trying to work, love.
Oh, look at her there.
Look at
Christ,
this.
chowing down the snake.
Fucking hell.
So that's Muriel Thatcher, older sister.
I'm at work. Can we stop showing pornography?
Stop, please. Now, Muriel Thatcher had a Jewish pen pal in Vienna who escaped Austria after the Anschluss. Now, I don't know why why. You know, again, we are
It's a great policy.
Anschluss makes perfect sense. Of all Hitler's policies, that was the one to keep.
Potentially, it's maybe the fact she's Jewish. Maybe. I don't know.
No, but look, that's not the point.
It's
the
irrelevant.
point is that Germany and
Oh,
Austria...
you're saying that it's irrelevant she's Jewish?
Yes, at this point, it's irrelevant. Germany and Austria are the same country, okay?
Yeah.
The Anschluss... I don't know why you're leaving after the Anschluss.
Yeah. No, I'm sure, he hasn't done anything yet.
The Anschluss makes sense. Anyway, so the Roberts family take her in, and hearing about the treatment of the pen pals family by the Nazis...
quite a woke dad in some ways.
Thatcher becomes vocally anti-Nazi. So,
Right.
that, you know, I get off the Thatcher train quite early, actually. You know, she reportedly...
She's not all good, is what you're saying.
Well, I think people are like, oh, what she did in the 80s. What she did in the 30s was unconscionable, you know. She reportedly shouts at a man in her local chippy for complimenting Hitler.
You want to meet the man?
Can I shake your hand? Can I just pay for his fish supper? Hannah chips for me and get yourself one as well.
The gentleman at the back's paid for this, sir.
It's just
and
me,
it's just you, like...
it's me standing in a chip shop, lifting my hand. I'll get those. It's so funny to send someone some greasy chips across a bar. That's on me.
What's interesting about Thatcher's dad, though, is that he was he was a member of the Rotary Club. He's a big part of the community, right? And he's taken a refugee in. He's actually got quite, in some ways, progressive liberal politics.
Well, another big thing about Methodism is like social justice.
Yeah.
But Thatcher almost doesn't see that because it's all about the moral...
Failure
social justice
of
is up
weakness.
to you.
Yeah.
And if you should do it...
Oh, so brilliant. I'm not helping with that, but
No,
yeah.
But I think her dad is obviously much more into the social
But it's
justice
interesting
part of it.
how he seems to be like quite altruistic
Yeah.
as a father, and she looks like, and also Thatcher. If we're going more into psychoanalysis, the biggest daddy's girl in the world, right?
She can't
Hates
stand
her
her mum. Yeah.
And it's always you can
because-
define people with what relationship they have, which one's the parent they're more defined by, you know.
Yeah.
And she's so clearly
Yeah.
one of those women who loves the dad.
She said that after the age 15, she had nothing to say to her mother.
Okay, I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
You've run out of things.
Well, I'm mummy, so there's not enough room for two mummies in this
Yeah.
house.
What on earth do we have to talk about now?
Yeah, go fuck off. I'm
What do
done
you mean
now.
I've run out of things to say to my mum? That's not the point.
Yeah. No, there's only so many things you say to your
Yeah,
mum.
that's not how your relationship with your mum works.
Wah! Milk. Wipe my arse.
What are you still doing here? Fuck off.
Fuck off. I'm done now. But she did a keen interest in science, and she accidentally created chlorine gas and gassed the science block while she was at Grantham Girls' School. In 1943, she attends the University of Oxford to study chemistry. She graduates with second class honours. She applied to work in Imperial Chemical Industries but was rejected after the recruiters found her to be, quote, headstrong, obstinate and dangerously self-opinionated.
I mean, in the 40s, having a woman like that.
Dangerously self-opinionated. In the 49, she was named as the Tory candidate for the Labour safe seat Dartford. Now, during this time, she meets one of the great characters of the series, Dennis Thatcher.
Right. Margaret was like his woke puppet in a way. That was the acceptable face of the marriage, right?
Well, what's so funny, is that Thatcher is Dennis Thatcher is, his opinions are like backbench stuff.
Yeah.
And when you see how extreme Margaret is, you're like, okay, Dennis, rein it the fuck in.
She's coming back home to Dennis.
Yeah, basically,
doubling down on
they had
everything.
to not. He was only allowed to smile and like nod.
Yeah, so everyone thought he was a sweet man.
Because he was pro whites in Rhodesia. He was pro apartheid. He at one point in the 80s during an election campaign, she gets questioned a lot about the Falklands.
Yeah.
And he then says that we were stitched up by BBC puffs and trots.
So he's addicted to being on the right side of history.
Yeah. BBC puffs and trots.
Puffs and trots.
To be fair,
I mean, that's how you describe the BBC.
that's how I describe it.
Full of puffs and trots.
Puffs and trots. There's Trotskyte puffs at the Beeb. She describes Dennis as, quote, not a very attractive creature, but very reserved. Dennis was a divorcee, and she falls out with her dad over her love for
Because
him.
the divorcee thing.
I guess so. I don't really know. Maybe also because Dennis was probably quite a salty dinner conversationalist. Well, these South Africans, what are they doing? I've been to this.
So you got a Jew in your attic, right?
So in the 50s, Thatcher was working for J. Lyons and Co., which is a confectionery thing. Now, there's
the big myth. Yeah.
There's an urban myth that she basically made soft serve ice cream, Mr. Whippy.
But it's interesting how potentially it was done by leftists to get at her, but it seems like a compliment that she'd come up with something that long lasting. But the whole idea was basically that it's putting air into actual ice cream and making it more profitable.
I mean, leftist jokes aren't that funny, are they? Because you made the quality of the ice cream less, and just like you've done with the trains.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bunch of Trotskyist puffs.
Say that again, you Trotskyist puff. That's what Dennis is saying. Let's check in with whatever Dennis is saying throughout the series. Now, she enters politics in sort of the 50s. In 1953, she gives birth to twins, Carol and Mark. Obviously, she's already got a pair of puppies up top. They are born prematurely, and we will discuss what Dennis does during the birth on the Patreon when we talk about Thatcher's children. But she decides to not run in the 55 election because she just had the kids. In 59, she runs for candidacy in Finchley, and she wins. So she's in the House of Commons in the 50s. She's in. The floodgates are open now.
Yeah.
From this point on, it's just women everywhere.
Yeah, how many women are in the House of Commons at this point?
In the 50s?
In 59.
Let's have a look. I think Attlee got a couple of birds in.
Let the dog see the rabbit.
There were 25 women MPs out of... So 4%.
4%. Right.
And what is it now, Charlie?
I don't even want to see.
I don't even... We've gone from 40. Christ. Tenfold. Dangerous.
The West has fallen.
Now, in 1961, she goes against the Tory government of the day to vote in favour of restoring birching as corporal punishment.
Caning.
Burkers.
Not burkers, birching. Thank you, Charlie.
She definitely was not restoring burkers.
Now, Macmillan promotes her to the front bench as Secretary, Ministry for Pensions. It makes sense.
Thatcher's on the bench.
Thatcher's on the bench. Christ. It makes sense that Macmillan, the first cuck Prime Minister, elects a strong woman. Lets her through the door.
He loves it.
Because he loves it.
That's his mortal failing, right? It's his love of strong women who wear strap-ons.
Exactly. She's the first woman in history to hold the post. 66, she's promoted to the Shadow Treasury team. Now, 68, she draws criticism for her response to Enoch Powell's Rivers of Blood speech, where she basically says...
The river Tiber foaming with much blood.
Which she basically says, I agree with the sentiment, but he used his poor choice of words, which is not the criticism I think you're meant to make.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. You're meant to say, what a beautifully articulated bad idea. Because he actually articulated very well.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
It's poetry.
It's undeniably well written.
It's just very racist poetry.
Yeah, he shouldn't be like, yeah, I just think he could have ordered it. I would have said it.
I reckon you could have been a bit more blunt, Enoch.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what you meant, but I don't. So no, throughout her whole career, accusations of racism kind of dog her.
Yes.
Now, in 1970, Thatcher becomes Education Secretary in Edward Heath, the GOAT government. And this position was seen as a, quote, safe department for a woman to run. Yeah. Heath would only have one woman in the cabinet at the time.
No one hates women more than Heath.
Heath is the GOAT. He doesn't see women. What are you? Who's around the cabinet table?
Right.
He's like, right.
The first thing, we need to actually get someone to be Education Secretary.
Yeah, and he's like, everyone's like, well, Margaret's there. He's like, there's an empty chair next to the energy. Where's our secretary? She supports the continued running of grammar schools, which was a big thing at this point. And this is where we get her first nickname. She's a woman of many nicknames.
Well, grammar schools are very much Thatcher, right? Because they're sort of pull yourself up by your brain straps.
By your what?
By your brain straps.
Yeah, pull yourself up by your brain. Margaret Thatcher, as Education Secretary, she abolishes free school milk for children aged 7 to 11, brackets, except in case of disability.
Well, how far is the disability going?
I don't think it's ADHD.
Right.
Nowadays, obviously, everyone's got milk.
A bloated state.
Yeah.
Now, everyone's got milk.
Can we just see what were the parameters of disability to still get milk in Thatcher? I want to know, is Thatcher taking milk away from quadriplegics?
I mean, this is her first big controversy with the nation, right?
She breaks through.
Yeah. This is, everyone hates her for this. I think the image of having the most powerful woman in the country at the time, right? She's the only cabinet.
Yeah.
The imagery of her taking milk away.
It's
so far removed from what a woman should be doing.
Yes, which is giving milk.
It's attendance at a special school.
Yep, so you would have been fine.
Yep.
Yep.
And
you still get milk. We give you milk every record.
I love milk.
Yeah.
But we don't pay him, though.
No.
I get paid in milk.
You get paid in whole milk.
You need a certificate, you need to go to a special school.
So it's basically like she's kind of the opposite of Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
She's get those kids off the milk.
But it was a huge backlash. Thatcher, the milk snatcher, that was the big thing.
And it is very, it's people would say it's a misogynist.
There's a huge element of that, though.
Yeah. In the same way that people go on
it's just not how anyone had viewed women before.
No.
Getting into power to take milk away. It's just there's something so like almost Freudian about.
You can't be
throughout
walking...
our whole career.
Yeah.
I think Thatcher symbolically represents so much. There's a weird sexual tension between her and Scargill. I feel. There's just the fact that a woman's doing this to like traditionally masculine parts of the country.
Look, I'm sorry, you can't be that fit walking around with those airbags and taking milk away from.
Is it airbags? Do people call them fun bags? What you mean?
Whatever they are.
Airbags.
Yeah, because I want to just slam my head into I want to slam on the brakes and just poof. I want to get a big powdery face. I want to hit a lamppost and smash my face into Thatcher's airbags.
And you can quote me on that.
I'll stand by that, Your Honour. So she gets called Thatcher the Milk Snatcher, and it's a huge, like, the press go mad with it for weeks. And it almost makes her sorry, I'm choking up. It almost makes her leave politics. I'm turning into Jordan Peterson.
It's just a tragedy.
Sorry, of all the series we've done,
young men.
Of all the series we've done, this is the one I want. This is the one I care the most about.
Yeah, of course.
I almost think we shouldn't really be making fun of it. It's Mummy.
It's Mother. Mother dearest.
The public backlash almost made her leave politics. And she says, this is crucial, this is kind of her origin myth. She learns a valuable lesson. Quote, I had incurred the maximum of political odium for the minimum of political benefit.
Okay.
Which basically
That's how people spoke back then.
Basically means fuck it.
Yeah. She becomes entrenched.
Fuck it then.
But what I think is interesting
saying.
is that the way that the left deal with people on the right who they don't like is attacking them so much and trying to destroy their character, but a lot of the time that entrenches them, right? That happened with J.K. Rowling, right?
Yes.
J.K. put her head above the parapet. The left made such an attack on her that she became mentaler and mentaler.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people think if you just keep trying to attack someone, it will wear them down. But a lot of the time, these type of people, it just entrenches them and makes them go way more radical. And she seems to thrive in a conflict.
Yes.
So she's constantly looking for an enemy to have conflict with.
Now, 1975, Thatcher beats Heath for the Tory leadership, which forces him to go on the longest sulk in history, which we talked about in our Heath episode.
Yeah.
We should place this, really, shouldn't we? Should we place her becoming leader, 75?
75.
So 1975, this is, it's before the Berlin Wall falls down, and it is after...
The Berlin Wall's put up.
Fine. No, lovely stuff. Let's get on with it. That's a great placing. It's bang in the middle. Bang in the middle. Take all the fun out of the game. We've got too much history to cover. The Berlin. It's halfway through the Berlin Wall's life. I wonder if that woman...
Was powdered jelly invented?
I wonder if that woman has married the Berlin Wall yet. You know there's a woman who married the Berlin Wall?
I didn't know that.
There's a woman who married... Yeah.
Are they still together?
I think she's lost her husband.
1979.
Just before. Okay,
right,
fine.
okay.
Just before she married the Berlin Wall. Anyway, so she beats Heath. Now, she's supported mainly by right-wing Tories and Southern English members.
Yeah.
She becomes the opposition during Wilson's second term. You can hear our take on that in our episode entitled "Stop Pegging Grandad," which is kind of that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
So she's one of the few Conservative MPs who vote in favour of decriminalising homosexuality in 1966.
Which people thought was woke. You're looking back at it, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But
she comes back with a vengeance in the 80s.
But she's actually trying to do it. She still thinks it's a moral sin.
Yes.
So she's not doing it from like a woke angle. I think she's doing it just as a practicality.
Oh, it's just so she wants to decriminalise homicality because they don't need prison.
To the doctors.
They need to go to the doctors to get conversion therapy.
Right. So yeah, even though she does it in the least woke way
possible. It's that thing
possible.
where whenever you ask someone the second question, you go, "Oh, right, okay." Yeah, I don't think they should be banged up. Oh,
that's why you can't just look at voting records. You sometimes have to dig a little deeper.
Because they don't need prison, because they'd love that, because they'll just fuck everyone.
Yeah.
They need actual...
They'll be dropping the soap
therapy.
Every time. Oh, drop the soap again. No.
Slippery hands, these guys. Anyway, we'll talk more about Section 28, obviously, when we get to it. She legalises abortion. She bans hair coursing. She likes to retain capital punishment. She's against Scottish devolution.
Yeah.
Now, in 1976, she gives a speech called Britain Awake, warning of socialism and communism, because she fucking hates the commies.
Yeah. I mean, this is height of the Cold War.
Yeah. This is the height of the Cold War. She claims the USSR is bent on world domination. She calls on Britain to wake from a long sleep of state socialism. Mummy is trying to shake us awake from our big nap.
Yeah.
Wake us up. We've got school in the morning.
Daddy's a socialist and she hates Dad.
Hit a gong. We had a gong at the bottom of our stairs that my mum would have hit because I was in the attic. Hit the gong to get me up.
Or children of divorce, you'll know the way that your mother will talk about your father. She gets a couple of glasses down her. Oh, I lost years to that man. That's what she's saying about Attlee, right?
Okay.
And his socialism, you know.
And then what's Attlee saying about Thatcher?
Well, Attlee, because he's a cuck dad, is constantly trying to see both sides of the story.
Right.
And this is why he's getting fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
So she calls on Britain to wake up. And in response, I think it's a Soviet newspaper report that calls her the Iron Lady.
Trying to slag her off.
Yeah. And it's like, that's one of the worst nicknames ever.
It's badass.
Yeah.
And it
fucking
sticks.
Slaps.
This is before she even made it to power. She gets called the Iron Lady.
She's in opposition.
Yeah.
So if you're at this point, what is it, Callaghan?
Yeah.
Or Wilson?
Yeah. They should have called her the Ironing Lady. That would have been a lot more
maybe
damaging.
Maybe Chinese whispers. Maybe. That lady needs for ironing. What is it, Charlie?
So if she's the Iron Lady, I could be like the lead boy, and you can be...
You're the lead poisoning boy. Yeah. You've got lead poisoning.
and you're the aluminium man.
What, is this the...
Uncle Zinc.
I'm Teflon.
Uncle Zinc.
Uncle Zinc. Do you want to explain that?
No, I can't explain.
You're meant to take zinc, isn't it? It's good for... It stops you getting colds.
He's Uncle Zinc. Friendly Uncle Zinc. He's always there. He's always there for you.
He's always there.
Uncle Zinc. So we get to the winter of discontent.
Yeah.
Which we covered again. Extent I shouldn't have to keep reminding you. There is 10 hours of painful, almost like a sort of defensive snooker match of a series.
Yeah.
That you can listen to. But the winter of discontent, Labour
Gravediggers on strike, corpses rotting.
Gravedigger, what? Gravedigger, please. No, not having any of that. He's not having any of that. These gravediggers be tripping.
Yeah.
No, he's not having it. He's got all red. In 79...
About shagging dead people?
Sorry?
No. It's implying the N-word, Charlie.
Shagging
Lead poisoning boy.
Shagging dead people.
Savile at this time is shagging dead people?
That's a very good point. What's Savile up to in 79?
During the gravedigger crisis.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Not a crisis for Jimmy.
No.
Christmas came early for Jimmy.
Otherwise, winter of discontent. Otherwise, known as Savile's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, you can't leave him out like that.
Oh, well, if you're going to leave it, you're going to finish that.
Fuck
and we're
hell.
going to fuck that. And we're going to fuck
I'm
that.
only human.
I'm just flesh and blood. These guys aren't.
I'm only a pedo.
What's Savile doing in 79, Charlie? He's up to no good, I reckon. Sure.
No, not Jimmy. No.
He's a knight of the realm.
The charity work. Well, simultaneously
undertaking extensive charity work,
prolific and
providing
widespread.
cover for his prolific, widespread sexual abuse.
Right. Allegedly.
Yeah.
We must
Jim
say
will
that.
fix it starts in 75.
We don't want to get it round that, because we don't know if he did any of that stuff, right? We can't know.
All we'll say is that the rumours about Sir James Savile begin. Anyway,
I just don't believe that this
I
guy
reckon
could have done any of that.
fucking
Look at him. Look at him. There's no way that guy did any of that stuff.
No, come on. He's a charity worker. He's a knight of
look
the
at that.
realm.
He's like a friendly granddad. Like,
Look, why has he got such a regal haircut?
Yeah.
If he's a super.
are you telling me
nonce?
this guy's a paedophile?
No.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
Look, his eyes are perfectly normally close together. He's got a lovely, endearing smile.
He dresses like he doesn't dress like a paedophile at all.
No. He dresses like a cartoon of an upstanding citizen. Anyway, I reckon he had an absolute field day during the winter of discontent.
Trolley dash. What was it? Coffin dash.
Supermarket sweep. Anyway, the point is, Thatcher wins a 44-seat majority. She becomes the first female prime minister in history.
Bang.
Right, that's how bad the country was.
Yeah, it's on its knees. But the wartime consensus is collapsing.
Now, Thatcher
Consensual politics is coming to an end.
Yes, because
even across the House during Labour and Tories since the war, there still was a lot of these people fought in the war.
everyone until Thatcher had fought. in the war. Yeah.
And so there was just a collective feeling amongst them that they were going to work it out together as two parties for the good of the country.
And also,
and that sort of ends here.
And the idea that everyone could do well.
Yeah.
Or that there was a ceiling to how you could do well because everyone had to do well.
Yeah.
Thatcher gets rid of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And she gets rid of the floor. And she goes, you can go up to the top, and if you can't be asked, then you'll just go to the basement.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Bye.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
So Macmillan in January 79 famously unveils a bust of Margaret Thatcher.
Busty bust.
Oh well, this is how good politicians' jokes are. I must remember that I'm unveiling a bust of Margaret Thatcher on not Margaret Thatcher's bust.
Macmillan. Keep it together,
Not
lad.
on Macmillan's bus.
What's just pulling down it? Oh, right. Yeah,
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
Charlie, what's this you found again?
This is Margaret Thatcher and a pig. A pig is climbing out of her tummy and she's got her airbags out. And you can see her nipples made of copper.
Yeah, and so where is this statue?
Yeah.
Because you showed this a lot on tour.
Don't know.
Why was this? Yeah, I wonder why this was commissioned.
I guess calling her a pig.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a positive depiction.
It can't be really.
No.
And there's a bit of leg on her. There's a bit of wood on her leg. She's kind of like a pirate pig lady.
Now, Thatcher enters office in 79. The state of the country is bad.
Yeah.
20% inflation rate, 1.5 million unemployed. She sees in her cabinets a divide between who she calls the wets and the dries.
Are you wet?
Excuse me?
Sorry? You wet or dry?
I'm dry currently.
You wet or dry, Charlie?
I'm moist.
What about you?
I'm sodden.
So in her cabinet, Thatcher sees weak men, and they are all men basically, as wets and lacking a stance.
Right.
So they're basically followers of Heath.
She hates centrism, basically.
One nation conservatism.
Yeah.
We've had 30 years of compromise and back and forth.
Polite. Everyone's wearing suits. Everyone went to the same school.
It's wet, it's soggy, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
People who are going to compromise with the unions, basically.
That's what all Heath, a lot of his government was getting around the table trying to work something out. The one nation
Not
Tory.
you. Who are you? I don't see you. They don't agree, the wets, with Thatcher's extent of public spending cuts because she wants to just fucking get rid of all of it.
Yeah, don't need it.
Privatise it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let them work it out.
Yeah, they'll sort it out.
They'll sort it out, I believe. And if they don't, it's their fault because they're thick and poor.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing to my mind.
Yeah.
So that even within the wets, you've got the inner wets, and the outer wets. Now that is absolutely gross.
It's too visceral, the wet and dry image, I think.
It's particularly for a woman. The milk snatcher, my inner and my outer wets. Fucking hell, Margaret. Can you stop being so fucking horny all the time? Margaret Thatcher shuffles the cabinet and demotes the prominent wets. Now in 79, Thatcher visits Japan.
Thatcher in Japan, interesting.
Thatcher in Japan. And the Japanese had not hosted many female leaders, and they arranged for Margaret Thatcher to be escorted by 20 female karate experts.
They're like, I don't know, is this, I don't know, fucking,
is this going to go?
is this what they want?
In response, the cabinet secretary tells the Japanese, Mrs. Thatcher will attend the summit as Prime Minister and not as a woman per se. The Prime Minister would like to be treated in exactly the same manner as the other visiting heads of the delegation. If other delegation leaders, for example, are each being assigned 20 karate gentlemen, the Prime Minister would have no objection to this. She does not wish to be singled out.
That's probably fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else has bodyguards, and she's got 20 women who are going, hiya!
Hiya! That's what they're going.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I guess Gaddafi, that's a Gaddafi move, isn't it?
It is.
20 female bodyguards.
Yes, but yeah.
It's pretty
He's
cool.
doing it because it turns them on.
No, he's doing it because no one's going to shoot at him because they'll get a boner because of how fit the bodyguards are.
Yeah.
Now we get to Thatcher's her big policy, which is monetarism. It's basically saying that inflation is worse than unemployment. That's her core belief.
That's the split. Consensual Attlee politics, unemployment is the biggest thing. Partly coming out of the Great Depression, and at that time, that's what won you elections.
That's it, but
That
Thatcher
was the
barely
defining
remembers the
thing.
Great Depression.
Yeah.
And all the consensus politicians before that, they all have this sort of scar tissue of the Great Depression.
Lines outside the job centre.
Wheelbarrows full of money.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
And that is the number one thing they're trying to avoid.
Whereas for Thatcher, she goes, I reckon I'm going to, if there's like 4 million unemployed, it doesn't matter if for the majority of people who can work and are earning money, if they, as a consumer, they feel like they're getting bang for their buck and they can spend money, then I'm basically going to say that they're going to be winners and losers.
Yeah.
That's what she decides.
Britain be shopping.
Britain be shopping. As
That's what Thatcher.
Andrew Marr says that this whole period, 45 to onwards, is the victory of shopping over politics. And it takes a woman to love shopping.
They love shopping.
Women be shopping. That's our take on Thatchers. Women be shopping. So
they made it. She basically made us all chicks.
Yes, she turns a country of miners into a country of annoying women. You know, this is new money now. This is the invention of new money.
Yeah.
Before that,
You can buy anything.
yeah,
Before it was like, well, you'll never get that. That takes 1,000 years to get that.
Yeah, don't
No, it's
bother.
like, yeah. Everyone's got a price.
fuck it. It turns out some yobby people from the southeast
Yeah.
are now buy a hunting estate.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in drag.
Sure.
You know, she cheapens it basically. She cheapens the country.
Yeah.
So she enacts the privatisation of industries that until this point had been nationalised. British aerospace, TV, gas and electricity, trains, British Steel, British Airways, they're all sold to private companies.
She sells off the family silver.
Exactly. And she raises a lot of money. But the other thing...
But you would raise a lot of money selling everything that we...
Yeah. But the other thing that never gets talked about is that North Sea oil comes in at this point. Huge thing. And the country ends up doing well. They find oil in the 70s maybe, and they start mining it.
And we've got no resources as a country.
No.
So we finally get that. It's just a complete gift.
And it floods in.
Yeah.
And also the technology for how they get it out is amazing. I mean, I don't understand it, but...
was it radical technology or was that just how anyone
it's more
else
just
done?
that it's the most fucked part of the North Sea.
Right.
And they're drilling under it too.
Sure.
Yeah, anyway.
So that's a huge windfall that when the economy is on its,
Yeah.
in a storm, it
So
pumps a lot of money back.
Yeah.
But if you look at how Saudi whole economy is built on oil, Norway, if you hit strike oil, it can build a whole economy. But would you not agree? Because now we've got no oil left. We've used all of it, right?
Have we?
Pretty much.
Right.
Like the North, it's basically
gone.
financially pretty much all gone,
Right.
and we sort of fucked the money away.
Well,
The problem is because of the privatisation of Thatcher, it means that money just kind of goes back into private hands and then it eventually dissipates. It's not used for long-term infrastructure projects.
no.
Like that money could have been used for rails, for I don't know, if Xi Jinping was doing it, if you were Xi-pilled,
Yeah.
then you would do that for kind of projects that affect all people, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to it just going away into private hands. The money could go globally to anyone.
Yeah.
To the French people who own the fucking rails now.
So, but what people say is that if it wasn't for North Sea oil, then Thatcher's cuts would have been way worse, and she's able to sort of weather that storm.
Also, it's worth
because of North Sea
saying
oil.
how bad the economy was at the beginning of Thatcher's.
Yeah, and she
reign.
makes it even worse.
We talk about 74 as the worst year in British history.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst year in British political history.
Yes.
But probably the worst year for everyone out on the street was like 81.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of Thatcher, actually, it gets worse in the 70s.
So employment in manufacturing decreases by 20% in her first term.
It's already fucked, and now it's gone down 20%.
By 83, 3.2 million people are unemployed nationally.
Yeah.
Right. So this is all about monetarism and the teachings of Milton Friedman. I can hear the pussies twitching through. They're getting onto monetarism and Milton Friedman.
Yeah.
Women are wet. Now,
any documentary about the state of where we are now,
Yeah.
it all sort of starts here, right?
Milton.
It's like Thatcher, Friedman.
When Margaret
Ayn
met
Rand,
Milton.
Fucking Reagan.
Yeah. So interest rates are 17% in 79. So basically, she starts privatizing everything. She loses manufacturing. Essentially, is decimated within 2 or 3 years. This is kind of her policies, her application of monetarism, individualism, moral absolutism.
Yeah.
You're poor because you deserve to be because you're thick. That is what becomes known as Thatcherism. And in 1980, so barely a year after taking power, there's lots of pressure in the government for her to repeal these policies. She's basically doing what Truss did, but it's affecting the working class, not the middle class.
Right.
And Truss is even fitter than Thatcher.
Okay.
So, you know.
You said that as if that's like a really interesting point. What was the point?
Truss
is even fitter than Thatcher, you said.
So I'm just,
You're saying that like, oh, right.
It's a history podcast.
Okay.
What we have to remember is that
that is interesting, yeah.
Thatcher is operating in a world where we thought that was the fittest a Prime Minister could be.
I see, and there's a
Truss
paradigm.
took that and she smashed that ceiling.
Right. There's a pussy dick shift.
Excuse me?
Paradigm shift, sorry.
Yeah. No, that in no way does that work. A pussy dick shift. Now, in 1980, after pressuring the government to repeal her policies, Thatcher states, "You turn if you want to. This lady's not for turning. Because I peg you, you don't fuck me."
Yeah.
That's what I think she meant.
Yeah, but she thrives when she's in a conflict with something. She has to have an enemy.
She has to have an enemy.
She's a wartime Prime Minister the whole time.
Yeah.
So even when we're not at war, her war is against fucking thickos, old industry.
Yeah.
You know, the old way of doing it, Keynesianism. She always has to have some enemy.
So this leads to riots all over England in 1981. The biggest ones are in Brixton, Toxteth in Liverpool, Moss Side, Chapeltown in Leeds. They become because the unemployment rate is so high and public funding's been slashed. So inner city deprivation is as bad as it sort of gets. The government expands the Vagrancy Act of 1824 to increase stop and search powers for the police, which basically this gets enacted along with black men and I think minority communities. They then call them race riots. In Brixton, 82 people are arrested. I think it's Toxteth. The police kill a disabled man, I think.
You shouldn't be doing that, I reckon.
No, that's bad.
Well, it depends what he was doing.
We don't know what he was doing. There's hundreds, thousands of arrests. However, despite public cuts and privatisation, productivity in metal, motor vehicles and shipmaking increases in the first 7 years of her government. She moves to limit the power of unions through legislation which bans closed shop, which is a workplace where employees must be members of a trade union to be employed there. She makes unions responsible for damage. She bans sympathy strikes. In 1980, she enacts the Right to Buy Housing Act.
That's a big thing. But back on
a huge deal.
This is huge. But back on the unions, it does feel like it is important with the context because the unions is a big contentious issue with the Thatcher era. But they did have the country by the balls. Yes. So it's the way she did it was obviously so unnecessarily brutal, but it is coming off the back of the 70s where the way even the unions were acting were completely unreasonable, I thought, in the 70s. They just had the whole country at a standstill, and what they were asking for, what they didn't realise basically is because they were asking for so much, they got so much less.
Yes.
If they had been able to compromise
but also
better.
The unions were run by people who just wanted anarchy. Yeah. And like people that you'd call communists.
Right.
Like they were mad.
Yeah. It's true.
So it was mad Marxists and a fucking powerhouse, you know.
And there's two incredibly stubborn people who had the end of consensual politics in any form.
So the right to buy allows thick people to buy their homes.
I mean, would we not agree that this is a terrible disaster for a policy, right? This is why we're in the housing issue we're in now, right?
Well, the policy might have been fine, but it needed to come with some side dishes that they never did. Which is build more houses.
Yeah.
Build more social houses.
Because what it basically means is that it fucks all council houses.
Well,
right?
or you could say it makes 1.5 million people homeowners, so it lifts people into a middle class bracket they wouldn't have been.
Right. Okay.
But it also is the reason why we have no housing stock now.
Because now it can just kind of it's privatized. It keeps going up. So there's no like control of
cap
house
over.
prices.
Yeah.
Something they probably should get rid of is the green belt of London. I think we just have to accept that.
Brown belt.
We just have to accept that London, that whole area is fucked. You've got to let it grow.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just, no one can fit in it anymore.
No.
It's got to keep growing.
Just make everything Croydon.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay. They're not even great fields just outside London anyway.
No,
turn it into Croydon.
And also just make like basically down to Worthing, make it Croydon.
Come on. It's already a shit show.
Come on, I think Hampshire could be Croydon, frankly.
Yeah. I think leave the South Downs, but up until there.
Yeah, the Surrey Hills is nice as well. But fuck it. Just make Croydon bigger. So in 1981 we get to Bobby Sands.
Right.
Now
we'll probably do a big thing on him.
Not Bobby Schmurder. Who's that?
He's a rapper.
Right, okay.
What controversy did Bobby Schmurder have?
He was on hunger strike, I think, wasn't he?
Was he? Yeah, I didn't know if he was doing a hunger strike. Was he part of the IRA, Bobby Schmurder?
Now we have got in the diary. Will be picking up our Trouble series.
I mean, Bobby Sands. I've been chomping at the bit to talk about Bobby.
Yeah,
the worst MP of all time.
Your words. Yeah.
While people were writing in about the potholes in his local area, what's he doing?
Smearing a shit on the walls.
He's wiping his arse on
it's
the
not
walls.
a good. The optics are bad for Bobby. If you are in his constituency, the optics are bad.
You've been let down.
Yeah, you have been
by
let
your
down
elected official.
by the system. The system does not work for you. In 2008 we had a whole thing where
let them eat poo.
2008. What are you?
The hedonism of this man.
Who the fuck are you? Caligula, wiping your shit in the walls while there's potholes.
Well, we're struggling.
I need my bins taking out. Yeah, look, there were definitely things
some oversight.
He could have done better
By his tenure.
He could have delegated some of the local issues whilst he was smearing poo on the wall.
Bobby poo on his hands.
He's got poo on his hands.
Bobby poo on his hands.
Yeah. They said Thatcher's had blood on her hands.
And you got bloody poo on your hands.
That's what she should have said.
Yeah.
You got blood on your hands, Thatcher. Well, you've got poo on your hands. You've got shit everywhere. Now,
but a brief overview of the Bobby Sands thing.
He refuses food. He's in prison
because he wants to be seen as a political prisoner as opposed to like a domestic terrorist.
And she this
is what happens if you ever try and compromise with Thatcher. Though she doubles down.
Yeah. And
to be honest, she always comes out on top. That is her great skill.
Yeah.
Is that in any clash like this, you will end up losing.
And what she's very good at is articulating things that shuts down the conversation. Yeah. And politicians don't do this anymore. They backtrack and they prevaricate. And she has such absolutist moral clarity in her words that she just shuts things down, even when, she's ultimate.
She was an absolute monster in the House of Commons as well.
She was a beast.
She was an absolute beast.
She was the nation's growler let loose.
She was an unshaved growler, which is why when Blair comes in, he does get compared to Thatcher in some ways, but he's he's high.
He cares what people think about him too much.
He cares a lot.
Thatcher
and he does also
give a fuck.
He does have a bit of the kind of Heath in him of get around the table. Let's work this out.
Come on. Roll our sleeves up. Smash things out. Come on. So basically, Bobby Sands thinks I'll go on hunger strike and you won't let me die, and Thatcher just does. And then
don't ever try that with that. If you ever thinking, she won't let me die. I mean, it's barbaric. Don't ever try that.
And he died.
He died. Yeah. And then when she's asked about it.
Sorry, Charlie's finding out Bobby Sands. Guy who just found out existed.
This is like as a politician. Right, she says Mr. Sands was a convicted criminal. He chose to take his own life. It was a choice that his organisation did not allow to many of its victims.
I mean, that's a killer line. Bang. Who's next?
Back down the ground. Next ball. Fuck off.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
We're all going to starve ourselves. We don't care. Okay.
Fuck it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Boring.
Boring. That's what Bobby Sands is dead. Boring. Next. Yeah. I mean, fair play.
Yeah.
Like, she knew what she thought. Now Reagan gets elected in 81, and this is where the buddy cop starts.
Yeah, this is the music starts to change here. It's a little bit. It's sexy.
Thatcher's hot under the collar. Ronnie and Mags, the two bonded over their neoliberal philosophy and their hatred of communism. Yeah. They speak over the phone. They write letters.
Probably the best relationship a US president and a UK prime minister's ever had.
Yeah,
probably the most personally close because there's a political marriage as well as being personally. He really liked her. He just thought she was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, they're on the phone and she'd be saying all these kind of like high conviction lines, and he'd be like,
Fuck me, she's amazing.
She's brilliant. That's a great
Well, she's absolutely brilliant.
Well, but there are differences though, because what's interesting, Thatcher's so detail orientated, right?
Yeah.
She stays up till fucking 3 a.m. working. She's
Yeah.
over everything. And what I like about Reagan, he's, apart from maybe Trump, he's probably the least detail orientated president there's ever been.
Yeah.
He doesn't really, he reads like Reader's Digest.
But he also, he frames the entire world as good v evil.
Yeah, because it's as simple as possible.
Yeah, black and
he's
white.
He's like a dyslexic president, basically.
Yeah, but Thatcher thinks that as well.
He makes everything as simple as possible. They both had very simple worldviews.
Yeah. But they both arm the Khmer Rouge. Great stuff.
I mean, that's a great, that's great date night, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. What should we do tonight?
I don't know. There's just something to get, Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know.
Fuck it.
Let's arm the Khmer Rouge.
Let's give those guys some more guns. See what they do. Fuck it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Their closeness leads Margaret Thatcher to speak on behalf of the two of them, saying, Ron and I think. However, there was tension.
Do you think Dennis ever got insecure about Ronald?
I don't know.
Don't know. He doesn't strike me as a very insecure man. It's some pretty forthright opinions.
Yeah.
He was a pretty salty pint, I reckon, Dennis Thatcher.
He seems like someone who was never sat up right in his chair. He was leaning back and just fucking...
Yeah. He's always at 45 degree. Oh.
I reckon...
Nah, I reckon back of the bus for them lot, I reckon. I reckon we should have our own water fountains, actually.
Anyway...
Dennis Thatcher at 4 p.m. on Christmas Day, lethal.
Yeah, unreal.
Get out of earshot.
He's saying the most racist thing you ever heard and then farting.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts farts after talking about bringing back apartheid to the UK.
More like a fart Anyway. Fucking turn that BBC puff stuff off. Get those Trotskyite puffs off my telly. Thatcher's first term.
We can't stress how this is like a disaster for her so far.
It's tantric truss.
There's probably never been a more hated Prime Minister at this stage.
In late 1981, opinion polls show her personal satisfaction rating at a record low of 23%. Now, the Labour Party is led by Michael Foot at this point, an absolute crackers far leftist.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's still a civilised man, I think.
Oh, yeah, but politically, it was mad.
Politically, yeah.
You couldn't have picked a worse opponent. Now, Conservatives are third behind the Labour Party and the new Liberal SDP alliance. It looks like
she's fucked.
Thatcher is going to be
that bloody woman.
This one term.
We'll never do it again.
Flash in a pan. We tried something, it's not
Bloody
worked.
Mary.
Yeah. Tried something, it's not worked.
Yeah.
The blokes couldn't sort it out. We tried electing someone because they're fit. It's not worked. Get rid of her. But then, 8,000 miles away, a group of Argentinians put a flag up on a largely uninhabited rock, and you won't believe what happens next. In our next episode, we will start a little babushka doll mini-series on the funniest conflict there's ever been.
The strangest conflict there's ever been, maybe.
The Falklands War. That episode is already on our Patreon, along with the entirety of this 6-part series. For £3 a month, you can get instant access to series, watch it all ad-free, and throughout this Christmas period, why not delve into our treasure trove of bonus episodes?
I mean, your family must be pissing you off at this stage.
They must surely.
Ignore them. Go upstairs. Lock in. We've got a huge archive.
Get focused on the life of Prince Andrew in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Get
Who
focused.
does appear in the next episode.
He does appear in the next series. This is the height of Andrew. You might say.
Yeah. It depends what you think.
It depends what you think about him. Again, we don't know.
Yep.
We
can't
say
know
anything. The rest of this 6-part series is on the Patreon, but if not, we will see you on Thursday for the start of our Falklands epic. Bye-bye.